Hi and welcome to this week's Cram the Exam Grammar and Exam Top Tip. This week's top tip is going to be on discourse markers, or you might know them also as linkers. This is something that we actually touched upon a couple of weeks back when we had a look at conjunctions, subordinate conjunctions and transitions. What are discourse markers? Discourse markers are language tools which connect sentences together to create a flow or a story through what it is that you're trying to say or what it is that you're trying to write. Discourse markers are so important because natives use them all of the time, and if you use discourse markers you will make your speaking or your writing sound that much more like a native. And if you're thinking about your FCE, Matura Advanced or CAE exams, think of the advantages and the benefits that would bring. But apart from sounding like a native speaker, why are they good? Well, it's because they connect things together, and that flow or that storyline which is created because one thing connects to another, which connects to another, which connects to another, is so wonderful to read, so easy to follow, and makes the reader want to carry on reading. I always like to think of discourse markers as you taking the hand of the person who is listening or the person who is reading and taking them on a journey through what it is that you're trying to communicate. And if you communicate that journey well, then that person will want to go with you. They will want to follow you. They will want to know what happens next. If you don't use discourse markers, then that story, that message that you're trying to communicate can become very disjointed, can become very broken, and can often lead to confusion. Now I know you're probably listening to me and thinking, oh my god, well how the hell am I going to do this? It sounds really difficult. Well, it's not. Think about it. Discourse markers are nothing but conjunctions, subordinate conjunctions, and transitions. Conjunctions you already know. Subordinate conjunctions, well, there are hundreds of them, if not thousands of them, so you just have to know 10 or 20 of them and use them well. And transitions, well, where do you stop counting? There are transitions all over the place. Many language tools can become a transition. So all you have to do is basically learn the 7 conjunctions, learn a handful of subordinate conjunctions, learn the popular ones, maybe learn a few which are not so well known, not so well practiced, and transitions. Have a look at the link that I'm going to show you in the, below the video, or above the video if you're watching on Facebook, where it shows you how transitions are organized into different groups. And then have a look at the ones that you yourself use now. Add about 10 or 15 to that list that you know and that you trust, and start using them in your speaking and start using them in your writing, because after all, if you don't practice these things, you're never going to gain mastery over them. Now, great use of discourse markers is all about context. If you get the right discourse marker for the right context, you won't go wrong. It will make your writing and speaking that much more naturalized. If you get the discourse marker wrong, particularly if you get the punctuation wrong if you're writing, then it might be a little bit awkward. So this is something that you're going to have to practice. But fear ye not. As always, I've got plenty of links below the video if you're watching this on YouTube, or above the video if you're catching this on Facebook. Have a look at those links. You're going to see that there is a number, as I mentioned I think already before, there are a number of things that you will already know. So just add to that list of things, of those words, those discourse markers that you already know, build upon them, practice them, and make sure you get good mastery over them. Okay, so this week it's discourse markers. I look forward to seeing you again next week, where I talk about another grammar or exam top tip for you for your FCE, CAE or Matura Advanced exam. And remember, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up below. If you've got any questions or comments, then leave a comment below this video and I'll do my best to get back to you.